Yes, veldig fint at det så mange som gidder å være her. Talking in English now and speak English. It's okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Vi kommer fra Microsoft Governance User Group. Moritz skal introdusere gruppen om hvorfor vi her, og så skal jeg ta det litt.
Well, I'm the awkward English guy. So my name is Mohit. I am with Glenn. We started a user group, Microsoft Governance User Group, because we kind of have shared a mutual love for governance and compliance. A weird thing to be in, but we were in that. So we understood that there were a little bit, being a consultant, we understood that there was a little bit maybe an awareness problem or maybe communication problem. Something was there that maybe the message was not getting across. We wanted our information to be more democratized and also want people to come up with their user stories, trying to understand and incorporate this blob of knowledge base. So some place where you could talk about compliance and governance stuff. That's kind of we started a user group, and we've been going through that about almost a year now, more than a year. And we're here to present a user group to you in hopes of getting another person who could do this with us, or maybe more people who can do this with us, and we could something like that. Demo gods. So go on. Yeah, so that is us. We designed this user group, although it's called governance user group, it's a bit more than governance. As you can see, it kind of encapsulates everything that makes things predictable in an organization, data organized so that you could move forward with ease. Something that you guys talked before us, if a clean data is available, then step after it, steps beyond it make sense and are easier to encapsulate. Right? So we tried, this group is basically an aim, an effort that people can talk about something like this. Glenn, would you want to say something?
Yeah, my name is Glenn Nygaard. I'm doing introduction now.
Okay, we go there. Yeah. As I was saying, this community is not just about compliance, it's about information protection, risk management, governance, and everything much more. Yes, we have dedicated channels. I mean, if you're not interested in being part, if you want to share your story, there's a sessionize that's always available for you to do. Go ahead and work on it. And there's our meetup page. Everything is called Microsoft Governance User Group at the end. So all you just need to do is just change the first ones. So we have a meetup page. We have a LinkedIn page also with the same name. And there's a YouTube where we keep uploading our recordings and stuff. And there's a GitHub repository for all the codes and stuff that we do with each other.
So if you have a session you want to discuss or something, just fill in here. If you have problems in with the implementing of labels, pension, that's what I do. Just submit a session and then we can discuss it together with the whole group. That's the point.
We're trying to make it a discussion sort of situation, not just one person talking. We really want engagement, and that's what the aim of this is. And counterproductive, but hear me out. Sessionize is not the only place where you could go for a session. You can talk to us directly. Bypass the whole thing. So this is that's Glenn. That's me.
And just to talk about my background, I've been working with mainly Microsoft compliance for like 10 years. Early phase of the Microsoft security and compliance, and now Microsoft Euroview. I work both with the structured and unstructured data, so I've created a series of catalog. Have practical experience with that one. And seems that the AI models pull data into that.
And but this is me. I am a cloud security architect and a cybersecurity person at heart. And I also work at Atea with Glenn. We're basically in the same team now from like a couple of months now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And now I see you 24/7.
Yeah, I know. How awkward is that? Yeah, but the thing is, we're basically from the same company. We're basically from Atea, and yeah, I work mostly with cloud. He works with compliance, but we both have shared workspace at times where we do the same things together. That's where this discussions and all of this initially started. You can find us at LinkedIn. That's Glenn's LinkedIn. This one is mine. I have for New Year I got this also. I got my own domain now. Yeah, so
But I want to say that you are covering more kind of Azure infrastructure or cloud infrastructure governance, so like governance.
and that's my strong suit.
IFC,
Yes, yeah.
the code and everything.
We both kind of are yin yang of the situation. So he's like more of the data. I also try to do that. I think I deal with more because of my work situation. I deal with more of underlying situation of the infrastructure and how things move around and how data can be secure and that kind of compliance. Yeah, that's kind of why. Yeah, cool.
We are covering the whole
Spectrum. Yeah, but
data.
yes. Until now, it's just us. And we want to make space for new people to join us. We're opening up, and we want people to help us out in getting the message across and trying to talk about the user stories. Yeah, and yeah, then few words on this.
Yeah, we were actually talking, having some session, but we wanted to broaden our perspective. We want to have some lawyers, some more to talk to align against the technology, especially when it comes to privacy. Like that.
Because oftentimes we've realized that while we talk, we discuss topics, we kind of create our own echo chamber bubble, which is not serving the purpose of the community. We really wanted to open up so that we could get user perspective, different perspectives, even if it's completely opposite. And that makes a very good debate. Yeah, so, right. So that's the whole agenda for today.
Yes, we already got some numbers.
Cool. So, yeah, that's a win. That's my cue. I had a small, just to get some interest in these things, I had a small thing prepared. Okay, I'm gonna go through that. But it was yeah, let's see how it goes. Well, the thing is, we were discussing a couple of days ago while we were trying to drum up the agenda for this. How is the compliance going on for the age of the new age of AI? And it's very difficult, in my opinion. It's a very complicated matter in the age of AI. I have some numbers that I'll go through, but if I can summarize it correctly, that's what our understanding was, that we kind of live in a paradox situation. A very strong technology that emerged in a couple of years ago. We used to have programs that could work, but now the programs can suddenly make sense of things, right? And in my opinion, it's like children, children who who've just gathered the ability of thinking, walking, running, and all you have to do is run after them, because it's not easy to predict what will they do next. The age of AI and age of AI agent kind of, in my opinion, presents this paradox, where this AI cannot be governed by technical means of traditional means. It needs to have governance and compliance and everything in between to be governed by the magnitude of technology that this technology is. I was talking to Christopher in the break, and I was trying to get his perspective on how these agents are different from the regular agents that we had. We used to have crawlers. We still live in that world where we have Python code that run autonomously. We have scripts that run autonomously, synonymous to an agent, right? But what makes these agent technologies a little bit different is because we can use large language models to make sense of even text that is not written correctly. I'm not sure if I'm able to communicate the depth of it, but it's groundbreaking in a sense. And controlling something like this, if any of us who's been a parent who has been a parent would understand. Controlling a child is not easy, and I feel like AI is that child right now. Look at the EU Act. They have a couple of sections to them. They've given some technologies very high rating. They need huge governance, and they've straight up banned a couple of technologies, which, to be very honest, in perspective, in hindsight, would never happen eventually, because even the more you outlaw something, the more it happens. That's been portrayed in history a lot of times. A proper governance with AI would actually make sense. And I could back this up with a couple of numbers. Uh, just let me go there. I had a printout, but kind of forgot it in the office. So yeah, awkward situation. Too excited. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to start the monologue in a way because it's in a sentence, right? Let me share something that happened just last month in JP Morgan. This compliance team discovered the pattern of suspicious transactions ongoing for 3 years, and not because somebody tipped them off, not because of a random audit, because AI flagged it. And it's agents that are dedicated and trained for a basic motive there. And these are large language models. So even if the transactions were written in a different language, because a lot of logs have different language and spectrum, how they put in data. Still, the large language model was able to make sense of it, because the AI agent was so effective because of this one groundbreaking technology there. Yeah, and because of that, they prevented around $5 million of money laundering scheme. This is not an isolated case. There have been compliance cases all around. And because of these things, because of these situations, Goldman Sachs, EU, New York's algorithmic accounting laws and all of that stuff is trying to govern how these AI agents work. The reason why I push this forward is because all of these laws, they have a time scale to it. That means there is an urgency to the situation. That means there's an opportunity to have an open discussion, discourse, innovation around it. Yeah, and there's a lot to talk about it. For example, a couple of success stories. JP Morgan's Coin Software recently reviewed a couple of loan arrangements, right? And they claim that they've saved around 360,000 hours of lawyer time. Yep. So that just the potential of it. But then there are drawbacks that I've drummed up a couple of them. Yeah, failures. Sorry, I started without my script, so I'm jumping the sessions. Yeah. The EU Act is the primarily one, but then there are Deloitte's Gen AI, which had accuracy problems. There were problems where the same system that has been saving countless hours because of wrong training data. That's why the focus on the clean data to start with actually caused the companies to have to give penalties. And this was one of the banks. I think it was Deutsche Bank. I didn't get the name right, but while reading the article, it was, I think, a German bank. But that was the thing. Yeah, and it's not easy. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not easy, but it's really essential and time bound to get this thing done. And the reason, and I'm not trying to give a solution to it, I'm just trying to highlight the importance of this. And this is what our user group is basically about, because we mostly are consultants dealing with everyday problems. Me, Glenn, and everybody around here has been at some point of time brushed shoulders with compliance issues. And we would love to talk about that. We would love to see what this thing is making out for everybody else, and bringing it back home, dealing it back in. That's why we're here. So if you have lovely stories, if you want to contribute to this thing, let us know. Let's form a camp. Yes. Yeah, we had a couple of sessions. Glenn, take this away.
Yes, we had that some session a wide spectrum. We had some infrastructure as a code session and compliance there. We did inside the risk management session. We together with Ted from Microsoft, and we've done a lot of sessions from our. And this one is probably the most exciting of this AI content model, which we have been looking into. So there's a lot of a variety of sessions, and we're also covering life cycle management and pure specific things as well. So, yeah. The next one.
The point here is that there's a couple of things that we kind of want to highlight, that it's mostly us, and that's a bubble forming, in my opinion. Yeah. That's point number one. This is from our. But yeah, we have a couple of sessions that we have tried to drum up with to feel for the next couple of days. This one is probably me. We're going to be. I want to talk about how this the talk that I just had with you. I want to have it in a more structured way, something in which we could have more discussion, and that's kind of why governance in autonomous AI agents, because I see that's a very big breakthrough and for the next couple of years, this is going to be the talking point and a huge business opportunity, right? So it's important to talk about that. It's important to discuss that. It's important to know perspective from everybody around to give the best solution to the customers that you and I deal with every day.
Yes, the next session will be like more of inside risk management. We have some experience implementing this one, and we want to talk about that one and also get insight into other experiences as well. We have started to utilize the adaptive protection function that inside risk management can utilize on this process. So yeah, we will have open discussion on that one. I'm really looking forward. So it will be an add-on to the one we had. Yeah. Yes, next one. And this one I really like because this is a big part of enable label taxonomy. It's like we help people out making a classification framework, one of the building blocks for a successful peer installation. I'm going to get some practical insights from the implementation of advisory around establish this one. And so we can talk about some challenges, and I have some methods that can streamline the process and get it faster. You probably know about that one. It takes it the time. Yeah. We have some cases both from the Norwegian government sector and also the private. Yeah, the last one. Oh, the other one is the added factor with collaborating, this kind of technical one. Collaborating with content, with peer review, the challenge there, and yeah, well, best practices. So, yes, this is the big one. This is peer review by catalog, and like we have, which is quite. Which provides a comprehensive data governance framework. This is a session where we will talk about our experience, where to start, and how to write models, and how to scope this one, build up roles, and build up structures around your from the information owners to the last data curator and the one that access data as well. This is very important when it comes to AI and how.
The data is still to be decided. We're still working on the content.
This one, we will probably we will use some experience for our own work.
And even though we have a couple of sessions decided, we're looking forward to getting more sessions from our user group. Yeah. In one of our sessions, I think the most people we've had in one of our sessions was around 20 or 20 something people. There was huge engagement, and I think we're getting somewhere with these. Yeah. Yes.
An example
Yeah, it's like, for example, if you're using adaptive, it's like he has, for example, he want to access a site and he can have some different experience with the conditional access, if you want to download it or not, or things like that. But also like when it comes to encrypted content and collaboration with that one can like be accessible for everyone. But if you do inside risk management, he can probably like he or she can probably not allowed to send that document or yeah. So
now I understand.
yeah, so that's that.
But I think with proper audit, conditional access could be a very good tool to sniff out that stuff. Yeah. I think logging and auditing is very important to all of this. If you have the correct data, correct stuff, you could.
Yeah.
Plus AI agents, again, they're a huge breakthrough. I'm forgetting the name of the product, but one of the products is actually looking into it, where they can actually, sniff is a bad word, but sniff out potential dangers. Yeah.
This is a combination of Entra governance things as well. That's in the same package, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. No, I understand.
Yeah, well, you will probably join that session so we can discuss it more.
Go recruitment, yeah.
Yeah. No, keep yourself up.
You prefer in English?
Oh,
Do
go
what
on.
you.
Yeah, no, I can do it. I've had some issues finding good reporting solutions for Purview Suite. So outside of just seeing which labels have been applied and locations in the Content Explorer.
Yeah.
For example, if you want to build automated Power BI reports.
Yeah, there is. Oh, I forgot the name. The package now recently was a really nice package.
You can use Microsoft Purview Advanced Rich Reports kind of approach.
Yeah.
And that's a good one. Or you can tailor your own reports.
Is that MPAR?
Yeah.
Empire.
Yes, I've seen the GitHub for that. I was just wondering if there was going to be a more official solution to it.
Oh yeah, then nice.
Not short term, there are some discussions internally because some of us think maybe we should have Power BI embedded or something to actually give report.
But you can do
Why
quite
not, since we own the product, right?
Yes.
So it would make sense to actually get something. But then, of course, there is also the question, if you give that much access, how do you evaluate what you get out of the product? Then you turn into the GDPR discussion again. It's a light challenge here.
And there is funny because you can also use this API. For example, I have, I don't know if you have that, but there's some LLM models that can see they can do more famous but you can just utilize data. But if you want to talk about Empire in one of our sessions, that's yeah, that's a good question. Really, it's a kind of tool. Yeah.
I would love to learn about that. Yeah, that's the pitch right there. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out. We are available on LinkedIn, and this is the LinkedIn thing, and that's the meetup. Two core places where we try to hang out and talk to people. Yeah, all our sessions are available there, and the group is updated as much as possible. I guess that's a thank you.
I think we are on time now. I think as well. So, yeah, 30 minutes.
Just
About safe travel home.
yes. Good. Yeah.